Hello and welcome to this afternoon taste challenge. I have two 80 proof American blended whiskeys. This is Old Thompson, introduced in 1904. No age statement, so we know the straight whiskeys in here are aged at least 4 years. There's no website listing. It says American whiskey, a blend. And let's see if it'll focus here. It says the whiskeys in this finer tasting American blend were produced with extreme care by expertly skilled craftsmen before blending with finest quality neutral spirits. All of these inexpensive brands will say these kind of fancy things, but you know, that's just what they do. Okay, there's Old Thompson. Glenmore, introduced in 1904 by Glenmore Distilling, but Glenmore Distilling was purchased by the Sazerac Company a long time ago. So it says up there on the neck, real small. We love to hear from our customers, Sazerac.com. There is a Glenmore Distillery in Owensboro, Kentucky, though. There is a distillery, and they make products there, and they make a lot of those flavored, like flavored things like 99 brand bananas and all of that stuff, and rum over there, and they bottle all kind of stuff. So that's bottled in Kentucky. It's made in Kentucky and bottled there. I'm sorry, it's bottled in Kentucky. It's American blended whiskey, which means it could be coming from any state. So it's not necessarily all Kentucky. I did buy this liter bottle at Total Wine and More, and it was $7.99. But I have not seen it at Total Wine and More for a number of years now. This is Kentucky Gold, introduced in 1956, aged 3 years. 3 years. Both of these are 80-20 blend ratio, meaning 20% straight whiskey, 80% grain neutral spirits, which is theoretically at least unaged grain spirits. But they store it in oak. So if it's stored for any period of time, then it would be aging, correct? Correct. Okay, so this is from Quality Control Distilling. In other words, Heaven Hill. There's the backside. I ran out of my small bottle, which was technically different than this. Technically, the small bottle was a Kentucky whiskey, a Kentucky blended whiskey with natural flavors and caramel color, a distilled spirit specialty. But I couldn't tell them apart. I got them confused, so shows you it wasn't much of a difference. Herbie says, sir, hello. So let's check them out. I bought this yesterday. I bought this at Star on Louisiana Highway 49, southbound in Kenner, Louisiana. And it was $6.99. $6.99. Standard 750 milliliter bottle. 1 liter bottle, $7.99. But that was years ago. And yesterday. Okay. I had a feeling I'd be able to find Kentucky Gold at Star, and I was right. I did find it there. And it's a new bottle, too. It says on the bottom 24. So it's from last year, 2024. Alex, good evening, Jay. Hope all is well. Oh, thank you, Alex. Sure is. Okay, so they're both amber. A little bit of overpour. Woodford Reserve, Templeton Rye are good ones. I agree with that. I enjoyed my Woodford Reserve, and I'm enjoying present tense the Templeton Rye because I still have some left. The 4-year aged, 95% rye, right? Okay, so they're both amber gold. No, they're just amber, not gold. More toward copper. Copper amber. All right. So blended whiskey, can they have coloring added? Yes. Okay, so can they have coloring added? Yes. Caramel color. Can they have Burley Sullivan says, you, cheers back to you. They can have coloring added and they can have flavoring added. They don't have to disclose it. They can if they want to, but they don't have to. But the flavoring cannot, it has to be natural flavors for one thing. Secondly, it cannot exceed 2.5% of the volume. That's not the rule for other countries. I'm speaking for the United States regulations. Canada, other countries got different rules. Okay. I don't know if these are sold where you live. Kentucky Gold certainly is sold close to me, not in my town, but not too far away. And Old Thompson may be gone from the area now. Wasn't around for long anyway. But who knows? I might run across it, find it. I don't know. I'm not like that worried about finding it again. This liter bottle has served its purpose, and it's fine. It says GD on there, GD, Glenmore Distilleries, who was the company that founded Old Thompson, started it. But I mean, it's still under their name brand, but like I said earlier, Glenmore is owned by Sazerac, who, as we know, likes to go around buying everybody out, just like Diageo and a few other companies. Mm-hmm. Little oak, little corn, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. Little oak, little corn, not a whole lot. And they both have a touch of vanilla. Yeah, they're both about the same on the nose. One is Kentucky whiskey. One is just bottled in Kentucky, although it may contain Kentucky whiskey. One is aged 3 years, 36 months, 3 years. One has no age statement, so there's a difference there. They're both 80% grain neutral spirits. They're both 20% straight whiskey, probably bourbon. We can't say for sure, but it would be a good guess. Okay. John Mallory says, evening, Jay, cheers, drinking at Coors. Oh, good. Good choice. Coors Banquet, I assume, right? Or Coors Light. Taste time, cheers. Okay. Vanilla, candy corn, or, yeah, candy corn, little rye spice. That's about it. Just tastes like American whiskey, corn whiskey, corn based, or if you live in the eastern part of the world, Europe, Asia, you say maize based. About the same, maybe a little more corn flour, like, you can buy a bag of corn flour. Vanilla and more oak. And my thinking was that Old Thompson had an oaky flavor because it's aged longer. So at least 4 years. Uh, it's probably different ages for the whiskeys blended in there. 4, 5, 6. I don't know. Probably not much more than that. I can't imagine they'd be using 15-year aged bourbon unless something's wrong with it. They wanted to say put it in the old Thompson batch, which I suppose that could happen. I think you should get whatever one is cheaper, whichever one. Let's say you're watching this and you say, eh, yeah, I might want to buy one of these if it's inexpensive. Check it out, but I'm not sure which one. Well, if you find both, whatever one's cheaper, go with that one. If they're the same price, get a quarter out of your pocket, or a $50, flip it, or a whole dollar. You still see those sometimes, not too much. Flip it, say, oh, Old Thompson it is, and that'll be the basis of your choice, because I don't think you're seeing much difference. I'm not noticing a whole lot of difference. And look, I had trouble in this taste series. I've gotten it right 6 times. I've gotten it wrong 5 times. 6 wins, 5 losses. Not too good, is it? No, but they're so close, so close. Does Kentucky Gold stand out? Well, obviously not. Is it ordinary? Yeah, I would say so. Does it taste bad? It doesn't taste bad. It's just regular. It just, you say, that's what I want. A basic regular whiskey, because I'm going to mix it with Pib Extra and watch television tonight, reruns. I'm going to watch Brady Bunch reruns. Yeah, it'll work perfect for that. Don't say I'm going to have friends over. They're really into whiskey, and we're going to have a whiskey tasting, and I'm going to bring Kentucky Gold. I don't think I would do that. But for the first scenario, yeah. And somebody told me his grandmother drinks whiskey with milk. Don't know why, but she likes it like that. Yeah, that would be perfect. Yeah, another good scenario. But anything where you're trying to pull out a lot of flavor and excitement, no. But I think this is the Kentucky Gold, because in my mind, the Old Thompson had a touch more wood. And I'm getting maybe a little bit more wood here. But it's close. But I got it. So I'm glad I had that little mental note from the Kentucky Gold. The Old Thompson. So 7-5 out of 12. 7 wins, 5 losses out of 12. Nothing to be proud of course. But it is the case that the Kentucky Gold doesn't really stand out. Would I recommend it? I would recommend it in the sense that you might want to find something unusual. Like you say, I just, for $6.99, you're saying $6.99. I'll check it out, because a hamburger could cost that, or a chicken sandwich. So, and I could sip on this for months. Well, some of y'all may be in for days, wink, wink, nod, nod, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, say no more. But, yeah, you know what I mean. No, I mean, but, think about it along those lines. $6.99. What's the risk? And I'm telling you, it doesn't. I'm being honest. It doesn't taste bad. It's just not exciting. It's just ordinary. Does Heaven Hill make a lot of ho-hum ordinary bourbons, straight bourbons? I guess so. Would this be any worse than those? Probably not. Probably be about on par. Okay. Jaime Torres says, Jay, you're back. How expensive was the hotel compared to America's hotels? Which beers are available in Puerto Rico? Well, you can check out my channel to see which beers are available in Puerto Rico, because each day this week I've been posting a new video for beers I've had in Puerto Rico, like the SJ Lager, San Jose Lager, and the Hop Diver IPA. And then I found Presidente from the Dominican Republic, not the American-made one that's made in Baldwinsville, New York, under contract, but really it's the parent. The parent company is the same. It's not under contract, just under where they directed to be made. But I found the real Republica Dominicana version. That should be posted tomorrow, I think. The hotel was $65 a night. Now, whether that's comparable to the USA, I don't know. This was a very old hotel. I don't know if American hotels even, do they have American hotels that are like that hotel? I don't know, because it was like 5 stories tall. It had a pretty fancily decorated lobby. All right, so the lobby was all like real carefully decorated with a big front desk, and just heard 3 gunshots. Okay. And it had an old elevator, like an old-timey elevator from probably 1940, probably 1950s Otis. Those things probably never break. Just get the Otis people to update, to maintenance. It might break a little bit, occasionally. The room was small, but like they said on the website, do you come to Puerto Rico to stay at the hotel, or you come to Puerto Rico to see San Juan and look around all day? And it was very clean. Can't say it wasn't clean. They came in the room while I was gone and redid all the towels and made the bed and straightened everything up, which I didn't think was necessary, although I didn't keep it a mess. I thought that wasn't necessary to do all that. But there's a 20-minute walk from the beach. It was probably an hour walk from Old San Juan, which I did make that walk from the El Morro, that Castillo El Morro, that's big. It's the second, one of the largest Spanish fortresses. I walked from there back to the hotel. Took me a few hours. I think it took about 2 hours. But there's buses everywhere, and then they weren't charging for the buses that week. There was no fee. I didn't pay for the bus. I had a whole pocket full of quarters, but I didn't need them. And but it was very convenient. Taking the bus was so convenient. Just go ride all over, take you right there, So that was a snap. That was like instant easiness. And then there was a bus went back to the airport. So I took a bus from the airport to the hotel, and from the hotel back to the airport. There was nothing to that. And then there was a grocery store about 4.5 blocks away, 3.5 blocks. It took 15 minutes to walk there, 12 minutes. And that's where I bought all the beer. And I was walking there at 4 in the morning, 4:30 in the morning. No, you can't find that price in America. They have a Walmart over there. Oh, they have a Walmart in Puerto Rico? I didn't see it. The grocery store was nice, called Pueblo, 24 hours, 7 days a week. The restaurants are very nice. Food was, it was about the same as here. Yeah, about the same. Burger King, Churches. I didn't eat at those places. I just was noticing them. I went inside and looked around. They had different menu. The McDonald's, Burger King, Church's fried chicken, Popeyes fried chicken. They had a different menu, like it was different food than we have here. Some of the same food, naturally the fried chicken. You could get a Whopper or Burger King, of course, but there were a lot of things on the menu that you would never see in the United States. Like same thing in Hawaii last year. In Hawaii, they had a totally different menu at McDonald's. So that was something to see. But I ate at some Creole restaurants, which was great. One in Old San Juan, one in Miramar. They call it Miramar. The menu was in Spanish, so I didn't understand what I was reading. And so the waitress at the first restaurant and the waiter at the second explained to me what it meant. So the first one was fried. They said fried meat. I didn't know what fried meat was, but it turned out it was chicharrones. Chicharrones, thick, freshly fried. It's not the same as you get out the Mylar bag, the plastic bag here. It wasn't like that. With the beans and rice, with the salad, and the second one was the still beans and rice. They love beans and rice there, salad, and the chicken, the second plate. Now, I would have liked to try seafood there, but I didn't get to. It didn't work out. Yeah, it's too bad. All right, so I hope I answered your questions. Now, Puerto Rican Spanish is spelled differently from Mexican Spanish. Did you know that? I did not know that, but I was reading an article saying that other Spanish people can't understand Puerto Ricans too well. They're saying their accent and the way the words they use make it difficult for other people to understand what they're saying. Well, of course, I could not understand it because I don't speak Spanish, so I couldn't understand it at all, you see. But they said that the way they speak is strange to other Spanish-speaking countries. Maybe like us here trying to understand people in Yorkshire, England. You'll hear making a video and you're like, I don't know what he said. They sound like they're rapping. Okay. Oh yeah, but they were talking a lot, but it was well worth the visit. I mean, it was like, I'd like to go back there. It's only a 4-hour plane ride, 2 hours to Miami and then 2 hours to Puerto Rico, assuming you don't have to wait long between flights. But to go to England like I did, no, I couldn't stand that flight. That was like 12 hours or 10 hours also. I'm not doing this again. And I went to Hawaii. It was the same thing. I was like, I'm not getting on this plane again and coming over here on this long flight. I'd rather be at home doing something like this, tell you the truth. But anyway, but it was all right, just to see it. They had good coffee in Puerto Rico and they had good coffee in Hawaii. You saw raw jellyfish in Puerto Rico. I've seen a lot of jellyfish in Louisiana. I saw some in Hawaii now. In August last year, in August, I saw some in Hawaii. Yes, jellyfish. Okay, well, let me get on out of here because I gotta set up my next video, which is chocolate-related beers. Any beer related to chocolate. Maybe next time maybe next month we'll do beers related to vanilla. All right, y'all take care now. Bye-bye. The winner, I won this one, close call. But as far as flavor, maybe Maybe Old Thompson is a little bit better, but I wouldn't. I'm not saying that officially. I'm not sure about that. They're both. They are what they are. All right. Take care. Bye bye.